Coach, these are the kind of games that you forget about as soon as the final whistle is blown. Uh, that 3 goal blitz right on the stroke of halftime really took the game away from you tonight.
Yeah, I thought the first goal was the most important in terms of we were in the game at that point. We considered what was a good goal. Credit to the Arnett Garden player. But we should have just kept our heads up, continue playing. Because we weren't doing badly up until that point. But we just switched off from that and then it was downhill from there.
And obviously, you go away from this game, go back to the training ground, and try to get these boys ready for the weekend.
Well, it's a tough one to take. And I am extremely disappointed, especially for this game. But we'll move on. Somehow, Chapleton will move on.
They say you learn a lot during a defeat, more than you learned in a victory, coach. But 5 goals down, what can you take from this side? Away from all the negative, is there anything positive from this display?
Well, we created opportunities. That's the positive for me. We were a bit too open. The aim was not to play a transition game with Arnett because we can't meet them at that. Wanted to stay compact and frustrate them a bit and then impose ourselves on them. But like I said, we conceded an early goal, 38-minute goal. It was a good goal. We should have just acknowledged that this was a good goal and continue to play.
And what do you think, what are your thoughts on your defense today? As you said, they were very open
Well,
today.
there were way too many errors. Way too many errors. The concentration was off. Everything was off.
So when you look back on your game plan, do you think that it's not so much of the game plan that it was mainly about the players' performances that lead into mistakes?
Well, it's a combination of factors. And we have to review the game plan. When you concede 6 goals or 5 goals, you have to consider what plans you had and what could have been done differently. But some of the goals were just down to individual errors, and you cannot plan for those.
With this defeat now, coach, do you fear that you're sliding back into this relegation fight that you seem to be elevating yourself from early into the last round? Now you're third final round now, and you seem to be slipping back into this relegation fight.
It's the first game of the third round. There are a number of games to go. I think our destiny is still in our own hands. It's just about getting positive results and conceding like we did today, the number of goals that we did today. That will not help us to move forward. So we have to do a lot better in all areas.
Talk to me now, coach. With these 5 goals that you concede today, we know that you have a lot of youngsters on the bench, standout Manning Cup players. Does this result basically, force your hand now that you'll be starting to look to the youthful players to get into the team right now, such as Jason White and Orion Watson?
The youthful, the players have been playing. A lot of them went on the field today. What do you think about that?
No, just overall, can you start starting them and making,
They have been playing. They have been playing. But we have to understand that there's a gap between schoolboy football and the Premier League. We have to remember that. And in spite of what we think of these players, some of them are playing big men football for the first time. So it's well and good to say that, yeah, they did well at the Doncaster Cup level, most of these players. But does that guarantee that they will do well immediately at the Premier League level? They are good youngsters. We also have to be careful with them too. Because we can throw them into the deep end and it end up going south too. So this sensationalism about how many of our young players in the history of Jamaica have just made an instant transition from schoolboy football to Premier League football. So we can say all we want and we can speculate about what will happen, but history tells us otherwise.
All right, coach. Take care. Hopefully a better result next match.
No problem.